Hi and welcome back. We've reached the halfway point now in our study of finding freedom from the unglued. Have you ever bought anything flat pack and sat in front of a pile of nuts, bolts and bits of wood thinking, how am I ever going to do this? Will this ever resemble the picture on the box? It can be frustrating, but thankfully these things come with an instruction manual or we would never get through it. Well, over the last few weeks, we've been looking at how to safely deal with those toxic situations that cause unhealthy, raw emotions to surface and cause us pain. And as we've journeyed through this study, you may have asked yourself the question, if only there was an instruction manual of how to deal with this. This morning we discovered the good news that there is, the Word of God, and in particular in the book of Chronicles, where we read about a king, Jehoshaphat. This story begins with fear, trembling and panic. The king was warned of a vast army that was coming against him, and he was terrified. However, this story may have begun in chaos, but it doesn't end this way, as it ends in rejoicing and in peace. So, what was it that happened? What took place? How did King Jehoshaphat deal with these raw emotions? Well, today we discovered 4 simple steps from this story that we can apply to our lives and to our unglued situations. Number 1, Jehoshaphat remembered who he was. He remembered who he belonged to. He prayed to the God of his ancestors, and we too need to remember whose we are, that we are child of God, and that changes everything as we have a Father who wants to love us and protect us. Number 2, we need to redirect our focus. In verse 12 we read that Jehoshaphat took his focus off his fear and his circumstances and he looked to God for help. He recognised that God was bigger than any army that was coming against him. Number 3, recognise that God's job is not our job. The king recognised that the battle belonged to God, therefore he didn't need to fight as God had it under control. So put down the fighting talk and the weapons and let God take charge of that situation. And finally, number 4, he prayed and he thanked God. Praise him. Praise him now today. Praise and worship him, not because everything is sorted, but because he is bigger and greater than our situations. So what might look like a pile of broken pieces of your life in front of you today, give them to God, for you are his child and he will fight for you, and he can turn that which is broken into something quite beautiful when we follow his instructions. Until next time, God bless.